Welcome to the Ringers NBA Christmas Anticipation Ranking. I'm Chris Ryan, this is Haley O'Shaughnessy, Paolo Getty, and Justin Verrier. We are brought to you by State Farm. State Farm has over 19,000 agents across the country. 19,000 is a huge number, but it's not really about the number. It's about having a real person who's nearby, someone you can talk to and get personalized help protecting what matters most. We're not talking about 19,000 people, we're talking about 10. The 10 players we're most excited to watch on Christmas Day. Just as a reminder, Christmas Day features the Bucks versus the Knicks, the Sixers versus the Celtics, OKC versus Houston, Lakers, Warriors, and Portland versus the Jazz. All right, and Haley, let's start at number one. And who else could it be? The Golden State Warrior point guard, Steph Curry.
Right, and I actually checked because I thought in my mind that he had a bunch of very good Christmas games in the past. But when I checked, I found out that he's only ever scored over 20 points one time. And that was all the way back in 2011.
Oh, I wonder if that's because, you play on the West Coast. You've gone through a lot of different, food that day. So, he's not getting that early game where it's I play, then I eat.
The kids woke him up at 6,
yeah,
he's
and they
tired.
were it's goose time. It's time for ham.
It's always goose time.
It's always goose time. Yeah. Paolo, tell me a little bit about LeBron James at number 2.
So number 2, obviously LeBron. I think you can make a case he should be number 1 in any kind of game he's playing in. I don't know. You said Steph Curry's the best player right now. I don't know. I think LeBron
Steph
still
Curry's
holds
the best
that
player
ground.
in the league right now.
I mean, he's been injured a little bit, but I think LeBron. He seems to get up for these games anyways. But he just loves the spotlight, and I feel like he's going to want to take it to the Warriors.
This is the statement game. If the Lakers can take it to the Warriors on Christmas Day, we'll know a lot more about LeBron James and where the Lakers are at.
Yeah, I mean, every Warriors game for LeBron has been the biggest game on his schedule for 5 years now?
Yeah.
So he's bound
and
to put up big numbers.
It has a new spin to it because he has a new team and he's a little bit. I mean, he's been shooting really well. He's a little revitalized. I think it'll be fun.
LeBron's been sort of the greatest physical freak we've had in the league for the last 10 years, and now we have someone new in our lives. Tell me a little bit about Giannis at number 3.
Our next freak
yes.
on the schedule?
Yes.
No, I mean, Giannis is the best player in the NBA today. In terms of just raw statistics, he's pretty much leading a Bucks team that has talent, but not necessarily elite level talent like a Warriors team or even the Lakers, some of the young guys.
Yeah.
He's just, every given night, he has 30 dunks. And what more do you want on your first Christmas Day than just Giannis dunking all over the Knicks?
The cool thing is we're all nerds and don't
And
have...
maybe punching them.
And
maybe punching them.
That's right.
Yeah, in their privates. Yeah, that's right.
Wow, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, Zone, you better watch out.
Wow.
That's the thing is we're nerds and we watch too much basketball, but there's a lot of people out there on Christmas Day. This might be one of their first time seeing Giannis. My mom has not watched Giannis before, so that's a big day for her.
She doesn't have League Pass?
My mom doesn't have League Pass. Haley, tell me a little bit about national TV Kyrie, who's who we have at 4.
So Kyrie's definitely not the 4th best player that's going to be playing on Christmas, but he has this thing where every time he's on national TV, he just goes off.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, because it's you're playing for the Celtics now, you're playing with LeBron back then, you've had a lot of attention on you, but for some reason, every time he's on national TV, he has the greatest games of his career.
This will be kind of a redemptive game for him. I feel like he's had an up and down season so far this year, coming off the knee injuries. Celtics have been a little bit stop and start. Seems like they're figuring some things out. In the same way that there's a character like national TV Kyrie, there's also random Nick who might go off.
Yeah. Every single game, it's pretty much a different Knicks player who's going to score 20 or 30 points.
Yes.
Like Lonzo Trier, Tim Hardaway Jr., Noah Vonleh. It's just everyone on that team is bad, but because they all have the same opportunities.
Somebody's got to
score.
It's literally just Russian roulette with that team, and I think that's the most fun. And especially in that first game where you're not really totally into the flow of the Christmas schedule.
Sure.
That's what you want. You want to see something exciting.
It's also a great time for Knicks media deep state because you can never tell. They just start chanting out names Knox, 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 and you're just what is even happening? And then you look at the box score and it's he had 11 points, but there's something cool happened for one. So that's number 5. Is random Nick who goes for 20. Paolo, tell me a little bit about my new favorite Sixer.
Gotta love Jimmy Butler. I mean, he's probably gonna hit a game winner. He's only played in a handful of games with the Sixers already, but he's already hit 2 game winners. And I think if just on that basis alone, he's up there. But also, I think he's just a fun player to watch because he's so outside of his own body. He's very emotive and I don't know, like you never know. We could see him yell at Ben Simmons for the first time, you know. So there's always something.
First
there.
time?
Yeah. I mean, but you know what I mean.
He could get after it with national TV Kyrie. I like this. So that's number 6. And then we have sort of a weird one for number 7. Justin, tell me a little bit about your doppelganger, Alex Abrines.
I think he's the best player on the Oklahoma City Thunder. And when you want to see the stars come out, you want Abrines. No, I mean, like, just the other day, they played the Pelicans, and the final possession of the game came down to a Russell Westbrook kickout to our guy Abrines. He missed the shot, obviously, but I think that's like kind of what you're living and dying with the Thunder, a team that's going to win on defense, but is probably going to be playing to that last possession, and the guy that's left open, Alex Abrines.
Eventually, you're gonna have to let this go.
Maybe he'll make a shot at this time.
Yeah, he could make a shot. That would help me out.
Haley, tell me a little bit about your own Alex Abrines, Marcus Morris.
I think that this might sound a little contradictory because of what I just said about Kyrie and what I think he's gonna do on national TV. But Marcus Morris has been the most clutch Celtic.
Seriously.
And think about all the star power that's on that team. It's been the weirdest storyline all year that they can't just figure it out. But he's super stable, he's super reliable, and he's come through for them in the right moments.
And he's like, he beasts out. Like he'll get really emotional about the game too. Like
Right.
it'll be like really good TV to see him.
And people will be so surprised because that's a day that everyone's going to be watching basketball to get away from their families.
Yeah.
So if you haven't been keeping up with Boston before then, they're going to be like, oh my God, Marcus Morris is like an all-star now.
The Philadelphia-Boston axis of the ringer continues to pump out good results here. Pal, tell me a little bit about Joel Embiid at number 9.
I feel like Christmas and the spotlight is like prime real estate acquisition time for Joel Embiid, like just basically dominating other big men. I don't know who's going to be this. Is it going to be Aaron Baines? Is it going to be Al Horford? It could be Marcus Morris. Like
Could be Time Lord.
Could be
Robert Williams. That's our guy.
Like I just
right.
feel like Embiid gets up for these games with the spotlight, and he's just. I mean, if he doesn't go off for like 30 and 15, I feel like what's the point of watching him?
My last one for number 10 is Damian Lillard for the Portland Trail Blazers. You're going to be so tired. You're going to be all goosed out, hammed up. You're going to be drunk, and you're going to want to like kind of revive yourself from maybe some leftovers, and you're going to go and catch the nightcap with Portland and Utah. And Damian Lillard is one of the most exciting fourth quarter players we have. It could be a really fun backcourt duel between Lillard and Donovan Mitchell. And I love watching Dame when it's Dame time. Clutch.
I want everyone to just acknowledge that you picked Abrines over Donovan Mitchell.
But this isn't like a who's the best player ranking. It's like who we're most interested in.
Abrines is a winner. I don't know if you've checked out the Jazz lately. Not winners.
All right, so for Paolo, Haley, Justin, I'm Chris Ryan, and thanks to State Farm for sponsoring us today. Combining the purchase of your home and auto insurance is easy with the help of a real-life State Farm agent. Go to statefarm.com/agent to find an agent today.